Hello, everybody. This is EQ. Happy Monday. This is my stream. Um, the Binding of Isaac Rebirth to Repentance Plus. I hope everybody's having an awesome Monday / work week. We're pretty set up on challenges. I think at this point we really need to focus on more unlocks, especially so that we can get to these challenges. But so we're gonna go look at the characters, and I think we're just gonna knock them out one by one. I'm kind of impressed that we have a 2-win streak. I'm not exactly sure if that's based on, sorry if I look over to the left, my little kitten. He's a big ball of everything, and lately he's just kind of going into everything. And I got my little bathroom to the left of me, and I'm just afraid that he's gonna go in there and mess with stuff. So if I occasionally look off to the side, that's kind of what's going on. Yeah, but I think we're just gonna start knocking them off, from start to finish. Like, so we'll start on Isaac, and we can just kind of go down the wheel. Unless, I will take any kind of suggestions from chat and that kind of thing to try to get us to where we want to be. If anybody has any suggestions or would prefer to see a different character, I'm always open. But for now, we're just going to start with Isaac and just start unlocking. See today, Papa Mike, November. I was trying to think of an alpha phonetic for T. Tim, we'll go with that. 9-2 Frank Papa. Oh yay, we start off with a curse. That's always fun. Alright. Good stuff, game. Give us some pickups to just kind of let us down later. That's the thing, is like, I feel like a lot of my runs have started off strong in the beginning. We'll have like little pickup surpluses, and then what we end up, it just kind of falls flat for us after that. We just kind of end up with no damage, no strength towards the mid game, and then we kind of top out around the 3rd or 4th floor, and that's it sucks. I mean, that's it. But how was everybody's weekend? Let me know. If you do like these videos, please take a moment to give a like. And if you have any friends that might be into Let's Play style videos, please refer them to subscribe to my channel. I think I've been referring to famine as wrath occasionally. I don't know what it is. Sometimes I mix up different. Man, that apparently famine had put out 2 pooters at first, and I couldn't see the second one, and he stayed hidden for quite a, I want to say quite a while, but it's not really a while, man. if you can, because of the way famine does uh, spawn ads, you really want to make sure, if you can, try to get down all the ads down before he gets to a second phase. It really helps you there. You can focus on his triple shot. Oh yay! This is the way we get blown up. There we go. Wasn't the worst. We only took one hit, so there's that. Look down. You just gotta hate these kinds of rooms after you get like some flies or some kind of assistance that is only temporary, because it feels like those kinds of things are set up to be just thrown away in a room where there's just small enemies. Hey. So this is either the second or third time, I just can't remember, that we've seen Polyphemus since I've been streaming with y'all. And one of them was in a challenge. I believe Slow Your Roll, which I'll be honest with you, that was probably one of the funner challenges, honestly, because you just had so much destructive power. You had Polyphemus, then you have Cupid's arrow, which is a piercing shot, like just all that kind of stuff. It really makes you feel like, all right, I'm ready to get this today. We're about to see how much Shoop scales with Polyphemus. Not much. I lost count. This is why I don't make for a good professional musician. I do play in my spare time, but if you can't count to 3, the concept of counting to 4 is going to be even worse for you. So, yeah. I just don't know if I really want to make a guppy play. We're in, so I guess that's where we're going for today. I don't see a guppy play happening, but if we can make it happen, hell yeah, I'm all for it. But I felt like the HP was going to be worth it. Woo. Thank you, Cuba Meat. Nice. These wall crawlers, there we go. I'm down. You gotta hate when you make like a tricky move and then it takes you a second to recuperate. If you ever did like you know, they could have given me, I mean, it's not that it mattered, but they could have given me the land bridge there. That is the cheapest of all. It really is. Well, that's cool. More orbitals. I'm alright with that. So Shoop is not really doing a lot for us right now. He's taking the edge off of some enemies. He actually might be better like for stuff like that than trying to save up for the bosses. We'll see. Oh. Well, this killed our damage, but it did bring up our tier rate quite a bit, so I think I'm kind of more excited about that. I'm actually not going to run back for the shop. We're not going for a boss rush play necessarily, but yeah, we're gonna see how much ground we can cover in a short amount of time. Well, maybe there is a guppy play on the horizons. These green heads. You know, sometimes when you're fighting them, it seems so simple to just stay in between essentially those two, the trajectory of the two shots that he shoots at once, but sometimes it feels like, man. That's what I'm talking about. If we can just boost our HP, we gotta run. You know, I kind of, excuse me, I kind of feel like there's been a little bit of Curse of Darkness. I just now kind of noticed that, but maybe that's just part of the algorithm of things, you know, like maybe there are cursed runs and then it just kind of fans out to be a higher likelihood of just curses in general. I don't know. I mean, so I believe Fear Shot doesn't really increase damage until one of the expansions. Yesterday I did take a little bit of time on the Isaac Wikipedia, and one of the cool things that it does is that it shows a lot of items where they became relevant. I was shaking a little bit on these guys because they were just woo. If we can get some guppy action, I can be flying and I can definitely go get that eternal heart. And it might be near, you know. Oof. If I didn't get hung up right there, I could have gotten them both before they disappeared. Yeah, that's kind of nice. trying to get a good center. If you can hit it just right, you can get both flames, and that right there is reason enough of why it is worth it to do it like that. Okay, I was thinking we'd already been there, so I'm essentially backtracking now. Well, we kind of got a mixture of good everything right now, which is kind of, I guess, a little scary because it almost feels like, what if we just, my. It just makes you feel like you've hit the ceiling, and that's gonna. Okay, how good can this be? Alright, so we're going with this. Yeah, especially if we get a guppy. And sometimes you can lodge yourself or just kind of wedge yourself, and there we go. Yeah, Cricket's body is fantastic. Outside of crazy tear effects like Ipecac and stuff like that, it's almost an automatic get. Cause look at that, he's like, oof. Especially amongst enemies like adversary. That's okay. He kind of paid it forward. He's like, look, man, you're gonna take a hit, but wow, okay. I don't even remember. Did we even get the item room? Yeah, we did. All right, we did, and then we bought a whole bunch of stuff. We made it. I'm trying to remember. Sometimes in these runs, you just forget where the hell everything came from. So, there's that. Sorry about that. Kitty. All right. Just in case I got to come back in here, I prefer that those flames just go somewhere else. Yeah, like now I'm flying. I mean, I'm not flying, but it's the kind of tier work that I feel comfortable in. Like everything's going everywhere. I can, even though I don't have things like Guppy's head suffice because I can usually shoot off enough tears. Tears. I can still have like a reserve of flies because my tears are doing the bulk of the leg work here, but we're still. Oh. Yeah, see, look, I was just speaking on, like, it seems like every floor kind of has been cursed, and I do wonder if that's a thing. Take a pretty fly. That doesn't matter. And tears down. That's a bummer. It's always been my understanding, like, things like luck typically weigh in on your ability for certain things to spawn. I kind of feel like that should probably be faith, and luck probably should be centered around gambling and that kind of thing. One second, everybody. I think I gotta I got a helper that's gonna join us. He gonna sit in my lap. What's up, Otto? Say hey to everybody. Alright, Otto, you're gonna have to sit in my lap for a second. We're gonna have to finish this run. Probably won't, but I gave him a chance. Got a little tinted rock. Here we go. Got them mom's hands we gotta watch that shadow for, but even with everything as it is, I still feel pretty good in this run, so yeah, we're doing alright. Trying to remember if we've seen the item room yet. There's that. Going down, down. Here's another treasure chest, so we haven't been this way yet. There's a chance up. I think I gotta conjure it beforehand. I can't say it like in mid pill popping fashion, I guess, if I'm gonna say it like that. If I'm gonna try to speak some of this stuff into existence, it's gonna be one of those things where it happens because of this. Oh man, come on, buddy. I guess we'll check out this curse room. There is a chance that, yeah, that's, we definitely don't. Paralysis, it's fine. Paralysis is okay as long as you're in a room where there are no longer enemies, or there are no enemies. I'm assuming I got that item room already, but when you get Curse of the Lost, it's one of those like, I don't remember what the heck we've done. Yeah, we did. Yep. Alright. Item room, shop. We're good to go fight Mom. If I can remember where we went. I feel like, yep, I'm going the wrong way. I believe this is wrong too. Yep. We'll get there. Alright, a tinted rock right where she... You gotta love that. It's not the Guppy run yet, but we'll have faith. That's why we held on to the Bible tract in the game. So, there's a chance. So you're saying there's a chance. Trying to see if I could find any tinted rocks in there. I did not see any, but I mean, let's go ahead and observe what we got going on there. We don't need tinted rocks. I will say I'm not a big fan of broken remote. What happens when you use the broken remote, it will teleport you once upon using your active item, so it's usually a less than desirable effect. Maybe if you're low HP or something like that, it's not a bad idea to hold on to things like that so that maybe you went to a boss prematurely and you were low health and you wanted to wait, or you wanted to kind of set it up to where you would explore maybe searching for HP after fighting a boss, and the fact that maybe maybe you want to wait for a devil deal to do like a transformation or something like that. And yeah, I could get behind some kind of elaborate play like that. But that's the thing with some of these trinkets and other items. You really have to, if you want to be clever with them, it does take a bit of a foundational play of sorts to really set that up. Can you guess who? It's a mystery. We'll just use Pretty Fly. But yeah, if you have a third orbital already, the Pretty Fly just won't even happen. For a second there, when he was spitting out his spiders, I stopped looking at the health bar and I thought I had already got him, and I was like, oh man, that's so fast. This is nice. This is nice. We'll play I don't usually play the key beggars, just usually because we don't have that many keys. I'll probably play him down to maybe like 3 or 4. Ah. That's cool. We got down to 4. I got an eternal heart. I think we're good. It's just money. Doo da 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 da. Money, 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 money. I know y'all didn't come here for the singing, so I will refrain. Ah. Happy Monday, chat. How's it going? Welcome to my stream. I am EQ. This is the Binding of Isaac Rebirth. We're going to be streaming. We got a series of streams that will go from Rebirth all the way to Repentance Plus. So much pain, migraine, I can hear his bones break. Oh, that's dirty. Footloose, footloose. I'm surprised, like, I feel like sometimes some of the ads are just smaller enemies, I'll be I'll be really chunking them down, and it just feels like it takes like 10 hits for them, but like only a couple hits when I shoot at like some of the bigger bosses, like It Lives. I feel like 2 hits takes like her half her bar down sometimes, and it's just like, what the heck? Oh, these ghosts. Oof. Cricket's body. Yeah, we're good on that. You know what? Pop the stars. I was hoping that stars card would take me a little further than basically the beginning. It really just turned into a full card. You know, that's an insult that I'm not saying I've never been insulting to people, but there's certain things that I don't know, it just feels a little weird to say, like calling somebody a fool, you know. Like outside of this game, I imagine, just because I may not pay attention to everything that I say, but I've never, maybe once, I've called somebody a fool, but it just feels weird to me to focus on the game. Low key, I don't like low key. Alright, okay, that's funny. Trying to give some kind of lyrical limerick of sorts, and then the game's like, okay, you want to be funny? You got jokes? Me too. But I feel like this is a super solid run. That's cool. You know what? I'm not even gonna waste. We have the bombs, but I really don't see any point in wasting. Oh my god. Don't get caught on the rock. I'm not saying that I particularly like the Headless Horseman, but I feel like since I've been streaming, that guy has been a huge pain. He just, I don't know, the horse usually just pelts and pelts and pelts me down with explosion ipecac type shots, and it's really just like, come on, dude. Alright. Now we got the Emperor, so I might scout around depending on what curse they do or don't give me. If we can Mom's Knife, let's go. Let's go. That's super exciting. And look at what we got. We got real power, y'all. Mind your business. Just mind your business. Back up. Back up. The little Ashley from Fresh Prince. All right, look at this. They decided to treat me today. Woo, boy. Let's go. Isaac said, "It's Subway, baby. Eat fresh." Watch out, chat. I might start singing in a minute. It's gonna be ugly. Singing or rapping, and either way, it's gonna sound like crap. But we're gonna have a blast regardless. Oh man, that's what I'm talking about. Conquest nothing. Conquest the conquest these. I don't know. Yeah, conquest these nuts. I think I will say that. Oh, that's terrible. Well, we kind of I screwed up there, but that's okay. And as long as I don't have too much more to go, um, we should be fine. Take a look up. Sounds good. If for some reason I just start taking terrible damage, we'll go ahead and just rip the Emperor card, because I think we're more than fine. Now, the other day I had a run that I was in the... I was here with Maggie, and they weren't even... I wasn't getting this kind of chest spawning at all. Yeah, sure, why not? Yeah, I guess that don't even matter, so yeah, we're good on that. Whee! Good stuff, everybody. Like, this was an exciting run. Not only did we beat we beat the lamb with Isaac, we also unlocked Mom's knife, bringing us a lot closer to fully unlocking everything via Isaac. So let's go see what we've unlocked today. Welcome, chat. How's it going? Happy Monday. We just beat Isaac run. We just beat the lamb with the Isaac. Lost poster. So with the lost poster, I believe you can die with the lost poster. Let me look this up. So I'm going to pull it up on the Isaac wiki. Rebirth. Missing poster, Binding of Isaac. So I believe in once you get to Afterbirth, by holding that trinket, you can if on Rebirth specifically, if Isaac dies to spikes in a sacrifice room holding the missing poster, a puzzle piece will appear on his last will. Okay, and the last will is every time you die, it gives you the Dear Diary, today I died. I actually did not know that was called the last will. So that screen when you die is called the last will. So that's kind of interesting. I knew in the later versions you got stuff like death certificate and those kinds of things, but I didn't realize that the actual death um, scene where you when you die and then you're presented with the big page looking object and it says dear diary, today I died, I was killed by this, and then it shows what you're there by holding on in rebirth, by holding on to the missing poster and die in dying, it will put a puzzle piece there as what I guess what killed you. um, I don't think that the missing poster actually allows you to unlock the lost in rebirth at all. So that's pretty interesting. I knew that that was a thing, but I didn't know um, when it came about. So cool, cool, cool. Well, let's keep the train going, everybody. Once again, this is EQ. This is the Binding of Isaac Rebirth. We are streaming all the way to Repentance Plus. I just wanted to do this. I hadn't seen other YouTubers do all the way from Rebirth to Repentance Plus recently, just to kind of go over a lot of the things that are different between the versions of Isaac, that kind of thing. So, yeah, our last run, we just beat the negative with Isaac. Hopefully we can finish his post-it note today. On Rebirth, there is no place for Mega Satan. He's got a brimstone marker on the post-it note in later versions, but yeah. So we're gonna shoot for. So here's the problem: we still haven't unlocked the negative, or the Polaroid. We haven't finished that yet. So even though I said we're going to try to unlock everything, we wouldn't be able to unlock that. So to at least try to have somebody we're gonna let's do a Samson run. I'm feeling it. Or Eve. Samson, Eve. You know what? I'm gonna do a Blue Baby run. I think so. I think Blue Baby's gonna be the funnest. Our win streak is not looking terrible. I'm definitely not on any kind of professional, like, you know, hundreds or even 1,000 win streak, but I'm gonna try to do most every episode live for you, so you can see everything that I'm doing, where I'm screwing up, and all that kind of good stuff. Oh man. So seed today: Lima 4, Knight, Harry 8, Zebra 7, Frank. So Blue Baby starts off with the active item poop. It just spawns a poop. Sometimes you can get pickups, maybe like money, like 1 cent usually. And yeah, he's alright. I think he starts off with okay damage. His movement speed is kind of okay. It's not bad. 212, 221. That's kind of decent. But one of the big caveats to Blue Baby is that he cannot get red heart health, so it's kind of a little bit of a drawback. But he's still a decent character. Yeah. Not my favorite. He doesn't have like Judas. Judas starts off with more strength and has the Book of Belial. But he like just down the board, he's pretty solid. Like, you know, just starting out. And most everybody, especially in Rebirth, outside of a couple things like Azazel and Judas, Everybody's about the same. I think Maggie might be a little on the lacking side for stats, but that's mainly just for balancing. She comes with a lot of hit points. I think she starts off with like 5 hearts right away. So I mean that's big. Oh, that's funny. Hey, welcome chat. How's it going? Welcome to my stream. I am EQ. You know, in these kinds of rooms, unless you see like a tinted rock and you just have something that, you know, sometimes the sixth sense really isn't worth it. Because we don't have a second bomb to kind of carry it. Oh, man, he's just playing NBA on me. He jumped right over me. Dirty. I'm not real crazy about the Loki horns either. Loki's horns. I mean, it's a little more, but, you know, in the last run, they kind of carried us with Cricket's body and stuff like that. I will take some speed up. I feel like we're not getting anything from these poop piles. That's a little bum. It's kind of bumming me out. It's good to know which, and I think I mentioned this on the stream before, but understanding which enemies don't cause damage by touching you is pretty nice. But if you feel like it's a mechanic that would kind of hinder you, such as you kind of can't control yourself because you've developed a bad habit of just running up to all enemies, then yeah, I'd stay away from it. But if you feel like you can be well disciplined in it, it's definitely awesome to know. I will say pretty much after the caves, which is the second set of floors, you're probably going to say goodbye to all the enemies that you can get up on top of them and not take damage. I think pretty much after that, it feels like all enemies, if they touch you, you're taking a hit. Well, they're giving us speed, so that's interesting. I guess I'll look for the shop just for the sake of maybe a soul heart. Well, I have one good run, so there's that. I'm just gonna. I feel like it might be worth. I just seen that one and I still went for it. Still went for that pill anyways. Yeah, this run's a little bit of a pain already. We got movement speed, which is wonderful, but we're already going to have to unless I get health. So that's the big kicker. We're gonna have to discard any want for the devil deal. And even if I get health, it's probably not worth it because most of your HP upgrades, I think all of them that a boss would drop, are gonna just give you the 1 HP, which means 3 1 2 2 2 1 3 1 2 2 2 1. My tears rate is awful. Gosh. Sometimes Krampus just likes throwing out that brimstone shot. I will say this, whether Krampus, oh come on, Krampus's head or Lumbercoal, they're both pretty. They're both better than. Yeah, I'm down easily. I was lucky. I don't know how I didn't get smacked. I almost basically ran into that little eternal fly that was around that poop. A part of me would have preferred Krampus's head, but that's cool. Yeah, so bony plays are a lot easier if you've got good tier rate. Just if you can see my actions, don't try too hard to go toe to toe with the bonies. Cause like if you try to have some stupid face off with them, they got you. And my tier rate is garbage right now. Man. Oh man. Let's see what we got. So third seed, Mike 90 Knight, Mike 6 Mike Nevada. Hey chat, welcome to my stream. I am EQ. This is the Binding of Isaac Rebirth. I wanted to start a series of Binding of Isaac from Rebirth to Repentance Plus. How's it going today? Happy Monday. Midas's touch. It's a little S apostrophe there. But yeah, he's pretty good. If I had something like an orbital or something like that, or just something that could kind of give me immunity to damage, that could be nice. But we're still pushing for a lot of unlocks, so we kind of want to stay away from those kinds of items. Like, don't get me wrong, Judas's shadow is wonderful. Gives you an extra life. You know, you come back stronger. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I just pick up the remote detonator for the 5 extra bombs. Now, if you like the remote detonator, there's nothing wrong with that. It is a decent item, and being able to control your explosions can be great. I typically don't care to have it. I don't know, just every time I get the tears down, it just feels like such a letdown. Oh. Walked right into that. I'll take it. Olay. I'm glad range up was an option. Yeah, one of the things I was referring to is each set of boards has 2 different layout types. Like, for example, this is the basement too, but it can also be the cellar too, or it can be the cellar. And it's just something that's part of the game. The caves, and then the catacombs, depths, and then necropolis, I believe, and then the womb or scarred womb. I can't remember. I don't know if they're just versioning with different difficulty or something like that, but I will say Blue Baby looks a little crazy with the blue head, yellow body with because of Midas's touch. Well, this kind of worked out. I'm gonna get a full charge on Bob's head. I'm alright with the $3 bill because after that one tears down pill that we took a little while ago, I need something to kind of bring this check right here. Alright. Well, it's something. I almost feel like I should. Well, I'll get that penny. Sometimes them gurglings, they'll bow up on you, like, you know, they'll kind of come just a hair and then they'll stop. Man, that'll get you. Alright, a damage up. That sounds wonderful. So, just so y'all understand, early game Guppy's Tales can be a stupid thing. Very stupid. I'm a stupid person, so that's kind of where all that fits in together. But sometimes you gotta gamble. I think a lot of the Binding of Isaac is gambling. Good morning, chat. Happy Monday. How's it going? And right now, I'm feeling pretty good about this gambling. That's what I'm talking about. Yes. So we got a tears up to kind of counteract the tears down pill that we got. And we also know that those are in the tier pool. So that's nice. Oof. We're playing Blue Baby today. This is our third run. We won one. We unlocked Mom's Knife on Isaac. This is the Binding of Isaac Rebirth. I'm hoping to make a series out of this Rebirth to Repentance Plus. So we got a lot of man hours to put behind this game. Hope everybody's having a great day. Wow, that's what I'm talking about. This run's already drastically better. Woo! It's close. The full health pill won't do much for us, but I'm down. Bam. You'll get caught up in the crossfire. Crossfire. Yeah, I start kind of half singing y'all when we start dominating, so let's do it. Nope. Figured I'd try for it. Yeah, the spirit of the night really works well in our favor, just for the fact that not only did it give us flying, but it also gave us spectral tears, and EQ loves him some spectral, I'll just say that. Alright, 2 keys. I think they're taking a little pity on me. do it. You gotta be careful with fire mine. Thing will blow up in your face. I can scout around a little bit. Is it over there? Oh. Alright, we're good. We've already burned through enough bombs as it is, so. And we're doing pretty good on stats, so I'm good on this. Welcome, chat. How's it going? You know what? I think we're already doing pretty good. I'll put 5. Oh, okay. I think the donation machine said, you don't tell me how much you're going to put in. I tell you how much you're going to put in. So, that's fine. I think it'll give me 3 hearts. Oh, wow. Well, sure. Pyro, 99 bombs. We got 99 problems, but bombs ain't one of them. I'm sure everybody that streams Isaac is saying that same thing. I don't really like Best Friend. It's like a mega bomb, but I mean, after you got 99 of the bombs, like, do you really need a bomb active item? I guess, I don't know. Whatever. I will say, I need to just stop holding down on the fire button, though. Maybe kind of treat this as if all the shots that don't connect, it's an issue. Little Chads. Smoochy, smoochy. How's it going, chat? I feel like I think I've had a Krampus fight every run this morning. We want the funk. I mean, I guess the broken onk isn't bad because we're already blue babies, so it just gives us a chance if we cease to be. And Guppy's Tail is already showing us why you gotta be careful. Now, I think on rebirth, you're way less likely to get keys and other things from poops. Keep my distance from them guys. Dig-a-da-da, 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 dig-a-da-da. For some reason, I got some Yngwie Malmsteen stuck in my head. He is a famous guitar player. Mostly noted by his, how could I say this? His pushing of neoclassical metal in the 80s. Alright, slot machine, you can do a little better than this. We put like over 20 cents into you. This is what we get. It's terrible. Yeah, I'll take a puberty. Alright, we're gonna have to stop going after these dang chests because they're just gonna suck up all our keys. Like I said, on floor 1 or 2 when I picked up, no, it was, I believe it was floor 2. Alright, that's what we got going on. Alright, if we even want to try to attempt boss rush. Oh man. Game, could you just kind of give me something in the field of like a gold key? I was about to say that he had this spidey sense on lockdown. Oh, ha. I was looking at the secret room and I realized, oh, we've already unlocked it. So, yeah, I don't know where I'm actually trying to go because it's not that there's nothing down, but my whole deal is I wouldn't mind getting that second. That was just stupidity. Alright, game, I need some keys, like now. Because if I'm going to try to hit this boss rush thing, I'd like to see what's in that item room and that shop. Well, the shop dream is kind of fading out, but the game says I give bombs, not keys. I would have worded that a different way, but I'm trying to be friendly. That was cool. That's not. Maybe. We probably already lost. If I get a key, I'll just say screw. Yeah, there's no way. Like, we got 2 bosses to go through in 15. It's probably like 5 seconds now. Alright, game. Something in every little bit inside of me said there's no way in hell we're getting boss rush today. At least not on Blue Baby. Alright, so let's do some exploring. How's it going, chat? Happy Monday. You know, I just almost want to die from surprise. Been so stingy with pickups at this point. We were doing pretty good earlier in the game. This run wasn't like super pickup heavy. Now after I'm saying something about it, now it's gonna. Oh yeah, exactly. Here's some keys. Oh, you needed keys? Like that one coworker or something that you almost have to go complain to because they didn't give you some kind of support that you needed, and then now you're like, oh, I didn't know you know, they, whatever. Yeah, why not? That's cool. Anything that can kind of water down the projectiles coming at us is pretty good. We'll go check that. I think it's going to be a library. If I had extra lives, maybe with the Suicide King. It's not really a fantastic card. I had my doubts. I really felt like that wasn't going to be worth it. Oh, thank you, Patrick. Is it Patricio or how are you today? I really don't want to waste my last damn key on one golden chest. I knew that was gonna piss me off. You know, like it's like, come on. I guess we can do that number. Well, Mr. Bucket, balls pop out of my mouth, Mr. Bucket. I'm pretty good, thank you. Thank you. Just trying to get some unlocks today. Yeah, that's about it. Are you a fan of the game Binding of Isaac? I gotta hate, I really hate Red Mom. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, so I'm actually doing Rebirth to Repentance Plus. It's gonna be like a long series sort of thing, but yeah, like I think I'm missing a few of the unlocks on stream here on YouTube, but other than that, because a few of I'm kind of new to OBS and stuff like that, so some of the things were ruined, but I am kind of trucking along to, we're good. But yeah, that was kind of my main goal with this, was kind of take us from Rebirth to Repentance Plus. It's starting to get warm in the house. So that I could try to make comparisons of all the parts, all the things that have changed as much as I can. Like, there's so much here. 1 second, chat. I'm gonna let my cat out. She's starting to cry. So 1 second. No, I've been a big fan of The Binding of Isaac since, I'm going to say 2016 or 15, one of the two. Yeah, no, it was just always one that really resonated with me. I thought the artwork was super great and that kind of thing. And yeah, it's just kind of been my thing. Now, here lately, when I decided to stream, I think it'd been a while since I really played the game, and I was mainly playing on the console, which, other than a couple things, it's more or less the same. Cause I use a controller. There are games I can do some keyboard action with, but I'm not great with keyboard work and that kind of thing. But yeah, I think I'd wanted this from a lot of the big YouTubers that play Isaac, and this is not anything against them. Like, they're all great. It just was something that I've been wanting, so. Because, like, I believe Bookworm, the Bookworm transformation, when you touch 3 books, I believe that doesn't really come into play until Afterbirth, maybe Afterbirth Plus, and a lot of stuff like that. So, like, for example, earlier in the stream, I had unlocked the missing poster, and I had to look up to see if you could actually do the missing poster trick with the Lost on Rebirth. Now, when I originally unlocked the Lost, I don't remember if it was on Rebirth specifically. Ooh, that's kind of OP. I used and I would just have to have that recipe by me to pull it out, to remember it. But you died from one guy, from from a molly boom, and then like it was just like a whole chore of stuff. And seeing that you could, in Afterbirth, you could just die with the missing poster, it was like, oh, well, that's way easier. So just little things like that. I don't know. I kind of like to see how the game has grown, and where all the different stuff, and like just different mechanics of like what people think works, what used to work, what doesn't work. And there's a lot of great YouTubers that do a phenomenal do a phenomenal job of trying to cover like what's been upgraded, what's been buffed, what's been nerfed. And I love them because a lot of those guys have taught me so much. Two that come to mind, Sinvicta, for any of y'all that have watched Isaac streams, or Cobalt Streak, both really phenomenal players that I've watched a lot, and just kind of seeing a lot of how the different versions of the game have changed. Some of the same items, added new items, added new level, or added new layouts, added new characters, and all that kind of stuff. Okay. I swear I started with only one key, and then it took a key but didn't take a key. I don't know. I think that's this whole thing called paying attention. I'm not great at it, but we're gonna just hope that lockpick pays for itself. So far, it's batting 1,000. But yeah, I will say this, especially in comparison to the other streamers with Isaac. If you want the best out there, that's not me. They are. Like, a lot of them, they got like amazing streaks and all that kind of stuff. I'm probably gonna die. I've already died once today. So, if I didn't already have the items that I had right now, I probably bet that I would die on the stream again. But this is actually a pretty good run so far. We got like Cricket's Head, $3 bills, kind of doing some good stuff. We got Spirit of the Night. We got HP generation. We got some defense. I mean, like this one's kind of looking pretty good. And with the lock picking, I will say Guppy's tail is super attractive, so I'm kind of down, like, because I was a little bummed out. I was going to just unlock everything with Isaac so far and then just kind of knock them out left to right, but we haven't finished the Polaroid yet, so that's something else. And I'm just going to have to eat it because, like, until I just said it again, I kind of came into this run saying Polaroid, and then when I beat Mom, I was like, well, let's go ahead and beat the lamb, just stupid stuff like that. So I walked right into that one. What did we drop? Chariot? Yeah, I don't know about that, but thank you, Pixel. Are you a fan of the game, or did you just kind of come in the stream, or let me know, Pixel? Oh, that's cool. That's cool. I think it's a fun game to play. I'm a very opinionated person, so I do throw my 2 cents even sometimes when it's not warranted. Yeah, like I try to be down with a lot of games. I think most games, especially like um, your big multiplayer games, to me they're a little harder to watch streams. Like I'm not saying the game is bad. That's no. My nephew streams on Kick mostly. I believe he goes by the handle Pump TV. He's really good at Modern Warfare. I don't know. I think he's like in the top percentile of the country. And you know he's good, and he does like a lot of stuff where, you know, maybe using the worst gun to go out there and just, you know, kill a whole bunch of people, you know, stuff like that, showboat and stuff, and that's cool. But I don't know. For me, it's not really like I have a hard time with that. Like, first of all, I love Infamy. Well, there I said. Sometimes I just want to shut the hell up, y'all, because after I give props to some item, it just lo and behold, it usually blows up in my face. Well, I will say this, Pixeled, it is one of the cheaper games, so you know, and I feel like it's not a compromised game, and I hate saying it like that, but think of it like this. It's been a while. I've actually held on to this game for a little bit. It feels like I paid like 10 to 15 for it. Now, you're going to have to pay for every expansion, but at least in comparison to your brand new huge titles, like your big EA titles, and I think you get what I'm saying. I just can't remember some of the other big production companies. You know what? We're gonna just do it. This is what we set out to. We're going up instead of down. You know, I feel a little better paying like 15 bucks for a game. I'm not saying the other games aren't worth it. It's just, you know, sometimes it's like some of the new games, not only do they cost a lot, your system has to be badass to play them, you know, and that's its own headache. Like with Isaac, for the most part, that's cool. That's cool. I was thinking about, I haven't done it and I haven't played these games yet. They've been out for a little bit, but I was thinking about taking to my Kick account, starting to do something like, I have a few that I've thought about. Hollow Knight, Hyper Light Drifter, like just games that I thought have kind of been out. I haven't heard a lot of people talk about them other than they're great. Like, but I haven't seen a whole lot of people be like streaming them and stuff like that. And I think Hyper Light Drifter, I think, I'm going to say this. Overall, just from the trailers, Hollow Knight looks better. But there's just this beauty of Hyper Light Drifter that just is like, man. And that trailer, there's a 2-minute trailer that they got like a real chill, vibey theme song kind of playing behind it, and it just puts you in a good mood. You're just like, hell yeah, like, I don't know. But yeah, no, and I'm excited. So like, I'm probably gonna pull the trigger in the next few days. I don't think I'm gonna do it on YouTube. I may do some, but either way, like, I think it's something. A buddy of mine a year or so ago, if I'm wrong on the dates, just because I'm I'm an old man, y'all. Time, I swear it. 2 minutes feels like 2 hours, and then like 2 years feels like 5 minutes. So there's that. But yeah, those games, both those games. When he told me about those games, I was like, man, these are effing gorgeous. Yeah. So now I'm down to look at Hollow Knight. I'd be pretty. I'm also thinking about bringing in some differential. I'm gonna call it like that because oh man, we're gonna get Mom's Knife. We're gonna f this game up, y'all. I'm excited. So if you not my second run, but my first run, if I can just so let me say this about Mom's Knife real quick. Yes, I'm a little spastic, y'all. Once you figure out based on your range, shot speed, and tier rate, how long you need to charge it and how you need to kind of just interact with it so that you get like for every charge and then release. When you get comfortable with that, you can come in these rooms and just clean house. But yeah, no, I am real excited now. Like I know we didn't have some big like whatever conversation about it, but like just chat coming in and like kind of saying like, oh, it's a great game, when I've already kind of had the notion that yeah, this is something I've been wanting to check out. I think I am pretty excited to start Hollow Knight. So I'm a little sad on this run because we're not gonna finish the Polaroid yet, and I don't get to go fight Blue Baby. Take that. Yeah, this is awesome. I love Mom's Knife. It's a little weird wieldy wise, but when you get comfortable with Mom's Knife, you can have crap damage all day, and it's all kinds of OP, because one of the things that you want to see is like there's kind of like an apex after when it's complete distance. It'll kind of hang for a second, and if you get like where you're kind of controlling that, you will watch some of these bosses' life just drop to nothing. And if you're real crafty and you just want to, okay, not that way, so it's kind of like do as I say, not as I do. You can walk up to enemies and just kind of take, like, so just because we got the health, we're gonna do that. So the Midas Touch kind of set us up for some badassery, and then I just said, screw it, let's do it. All right, let's keep going. I'm pretty sure I got one more till I unlock the Polaroid, which means it'll be one more playthrough before we can go all full send it to fight Blue Baby, but we're doing pretty good. All right, Isaac now holds the D6. We did unlock, so apparently I can't count either. But if you've been paying attention to the stream, I already talked about having an issue counting all the way to the number 4. So hell yes. So this is something we can do. So we just got. Where are you, Blue Baby? There you are. So we went all the way. That the cross with the red border, that was how far we went. These post-its will kind of outline like the progression you've done with each character. The heart would be Mom's Heart / It Lives. That boss changes after so many fights. Usually it's pretty quickly, because after your 5th fight or after your 5th defeat of Mom's Heart, from then on it lives. The stars in the middle are boss rush. You must beat Mom within 20 minutes to unlock, to get into the boss rush chamber. And that can be, depending on how you treat your runs, that can be challenging. A lot of times If you don't feel like you got my favorite character, honestly, on Rebirth especially, is Judas. The downside with Judas, honestly, is you start off with 1 HP. Um, he's kind of stacked. You got 3 damage starting off. So, and this is something else for those of you that may have seen the later versions. Um, Rebirth doesn't come with the HUD to kind of list out the damage in the numerical form, and all you've got now, you have the tally mark uh, graphic in all of the games, but I mean, what would you rather have? A tally mark that kind of is a vague, I got 5 damage or something like that, or would you rather have like a numeric system kind of deal? So I think that's kind of what we went to after a while, but that's kind of it. But yeah, no. Now, if y'all want to see me do Judas, or if there's somebody that you would like for me to see, would like to see me run, I'm down. Like, I am down. Ooh, it's starting to get warm in here. My heater's been crazy, y'all, here lately. I ain't trying to be funny, but today it feels like it's working perfectly. But it's not even as cold today, so it just feels like that's my luck between the game and just life in general for all of us. When you have something going on, play some Isaac, bro. Well, we're gonna go play some Isaac. All right, dude. We got it. So we're gonna shoot for the Polaroid all the time. So now we have, yes, we got D6. Well, let's see what the hell we get with that. So I'm pretty excited because we just unlocked it. These pooters are gonna piss me off though, for real. Gotta stand at that 1 pixel where nothing can hit them. There we go. That's what you get. I try to not bust those rainbow poops, especially if I'm dependent on red hearts in rooms until later. But sometimes the enemies will kind of position themselves where you're just gonna bust them. I like the Mask of Infamy, and it's actually been paying out for us, so I'm just gonna roll with it. That's so dirty. Well, it don't pay out for that. Alright. I don't know how I just kind of rigged myself in between the creep spots, but I thought I could control him, but that's okay. We're good. That's funny. Hey, at least that. Not the worst, but the speed down don't feel too bad right now, so I'm probably just gonna hit that rainbow poop and go on with it. Now I'm gonna say this, as with some of the more popular YouTubers, I feel like, you know, maybe this is just the way I am. I feel like when they got the D6, they start getting all your good items. When I get it, I just get the same items I've been getting. But I'm down. I am down. You know, here's something that I've actually been wanting to play. I have not played Elden Ring, but I thought about Baldur's Gate, the first one, and then playing through some of that, just to kind of get a little more acquainted with some of the grittier RPGs. Oh, that's terrible. Well, our movement speed has been nuked, but I probably would like to check them out. I will say I've been out of a lot of the RPGs for a while. I used to be a big hack and slash, Final Fantasy, a little bit JRPG kind of deal, but I think I found myself in a place where I couldn't play games, or I didn't have time for a while, and man. The new Final Fantasies are just, I feel like they're so over my head. Like, I didn't know what to think when I first, like, I know this has been years in the making, but with when they did the remake of Final Fantasy VII, because a lot of us, maybe I'm just speaking out of my behind, but I feel like a lot of people might have wanted Final Fantasy VI with just beefed up graphics, you know, like we're gonna see kind of like Final Fantasy VI, Final Fantasy VII, like as a movie with some of the most of the same gameplay, and some people like it. I will say this: I like watching it, but the the excessive real timeness of it, because of what it was. I don't, I don't, I don't want it. I'm not saying the game is bad. I'm just saying if it has to be put in front of me and played, I might not be as big a fan to play it. But that's all. Damn, I hate having Curse of the Blind. So I am a little bit of an old man in this regard, as far as like, you know, maybe I don't want, like, I like what I like kind of deal, but I will say it looks great, and I have watched a lot of content where people were playing through it, and it looked fantastic. It looked fun. It looked, you know, so much. So I'm not hating on it specifically. It just, I think it would be more frustrating for me when I have expected some of the older mechanics. Now, there was some real cool stuff with Final Fantasy VII in regards to, like, I'd get to watch some of my buddies play it, and I'd be like, oh man, I think this is supposed to be this or that, and you know, that's always fun. Thank you, Mask of Infamy. I was being sincere, game. But yeah, it's kind of a, okay, that was kind of worth it. Okay, cool. So yeah, we're gonna send it. We got plenty of health and all that stuff. But I will say the Souls games, I've heard a lot about them. If I get time today, I'll just kind of look more up about them, be a little more knowledgeable about them, because I mean this is kind of my wheelhouse, not just like the indie games, but a little bit of the RPGs. Yeah, and I really like those kinds of games. Uh, I'm probably terrible at most of them, but yeah. You know, y'all want to hear something funny? The indie game that I played predominantly prior to Isaac was one that I've not seen. I've not looked for it, but I've not seen anybody else like really showcase. I know people played because it's a multi. It's only a multiplayer game. It's called Awesome Knots. Let me say this: before they did their big update, it was a very simple 3-on-3, uh, head-to-head battle game. Battle it out. You know, you just most kills, all that kind of stuff. I thought that game was the funnest damn game. Period. The end. Like, um, fun animations, nice mechanics. Like these are all my opinions, y'all. So I'm not trying to be like, it is the word. You know, like this game is amazing. I liked it. Yes, we will. I've had Brimstone, but I haven't had Little Brimstone, but I haven't had this guy in a while. But yeah, no. But yeah, I think that's my thing. Is like I'm kind of interested in expanding to other games, even though my channel is so small. But I love it. I've also been only playing Isaac mostly for a few years. Like whenever other people get into other games, it's like, man, that's such a commitment. And when I started streaming, I basically told myself I'm gonna have to make time to just play games, which it sounds like it sounds worse than it really is. Like it just sounds like, oh, games. No, that's not it. But you get older, life happens, and you're just like, I want to, and then you try to get all these other priorities and crap, and then you feel like you never have time for anything. That's kind of where it's at. But no, so it's kind of like a blessing curse kind of deal. Like, yay, I get to play games. Yay, I don't have time for anything else. I think there was something. I'm so glad after getting Lard, they decided to hook me up with some movement speed. Thank you, game. You're doing all right today. I'm gonna get this heart, and we're going forward. Yep. So chat, tell me some of the games y'all are into. I've been ranting off just because, whatever. But what kind of so the story of so let's go ahead and talk about like if you want to say canon, like what the story is. The goal is your mother's trying to kill you because she's heard from God that kind of like the story of I'm gonna butcher this up, so forgive me if I got the actual biblical story wrong, but where Abraham? It's been a while, y'all. Was going to do anything for God, and then he was going to offer up his son, and then God, in the last moment, said, "No, don't do that," and then he gave him a lamb to offer up instead. So that's pretty much the same premise for the Binding of Isaac, but what you're doing is we're escaping mom essentially to freedom, and every time you beat the game, you've essentially broke out, but kind of in like some kind of weird, not really kind of deal in it. Yes, We got more knife action. Lots of Slime Rancher. I don't know if I know this one, so I'm gonna have to check that one out. But yeah, but as far as the gameplay is concerned, yeah, you're just kind of navigating through rooms to eventually beat the game. So not too complex, but you know, it has playability because the game is always different. That kind of thing. So this is definitely a win. I'm gonna go ahead and call this one. We're winning, y'all. Mom's Knife is probably... I'm going to give you my 2 cents. I've heard some of the other streamers talk about... I don't even know why I took that pill. Everything's good. Why would you take a pill if everything's good? You know, like, if you don't have a headache, do you take Advil? You know, like... That was just... I felt so dumb after I took it. It wasn't bad, but I was like, why would I even want to take a pill? Everything is, like... Now, I will say that I'm a big fan of Guppy, but when you got Mom's Knife, a Guppy play's not really a thing you can... Let's see, where are we at on time? I think I'm coming right back to this, so like, there's no trickery here. I just want to make sure, because I'm 99% sure. So Isaac already has the boss rush, so I'm probably not going to shoot for that, but we are strong in this run. The only thing that would really be the icing on the cake for us is flying, but we don't have to have it. Yeah, the Mom's Knife really, like, I guess the redundancy of whatever analogy I'm trying to create, it really is like a knife through hot butter, you know? Like, and see, like, plays like that are not doable with most things. So there was a little spider right here. He was just waiting to just, pshoom. If you can just kind of rip, and then just the touch of Mom's Knife will take him out. And it usually has enough contact damage to really put a lot of things in their place. So, I mean, it's just... Alright, Guppy's tail. I mean, I'm not... Damn, that sucks. I mean, we don't need anything, really. Yeah, you see, like, that's kind of what we're doing. That's why I like Mom's Knife. It's really everything you can need. And the good thing about Mom's Knife, it's not only is it the item that you wanted, but it was the item you needed. So to kind of play off, this is probably up there. At least in Rebirth, I probably could have used my D6. D6 is nice. Like Patrick had said, but it's one of those things that it's all dependent on what you already have. Like so, or what it's dependent on something else. Like so, a reroll items dependent on you getting a better item. Whereas like I'd say Mom's Knife, it's probably up there with one of my favorites. Now in the later expansions, which I'm real excited to go and play, because I haven't played any of Repentance Plus. I have played Repentance, and I didn't unlock everything there. So what I don't know is, at least for now, what all unlocks and stuff there are for Repentance Plus. I know there was a lot of things when Repentance came out that were kind of nerfed and that kind of thing. I will say this, and I don't remember if this item, oh come on, is even on Rebirth. It just because it's been a while. Maw of the Void is a really strong charge brimstone-esque shot. Now brimstone, like I'll say this, for the most part you can't go wrong with brimstone because it's not much of a learning curve at all, and it just kind of has a continuous damage because like when you're shooting with your tears, there's only a few tear effects that are kind of like keep lasting, like Mom's Knife, but there's also that like you have to know how it's going to move, like because of different tier, some of the tier upgrades, it may move faster, it may not stay out as long, that kind of thing. And that really, if I don't know, I just really didn't think, maybe I'm talking too much, and that kind of thing. So we're getting the Polaroid, so that's exciting. We're gonna kill Krampus because he's a jerk. And yeah, so it's not an easy, I'm gonna say this, yes, that worked out. Finally, the D6 kind of worked out for us, so good stuff. I would take Halo. Look guys, we're in, what, I don't even know what my time is so far in like the total stream. Give me 1 second. Yeah, we're over 2 hours right now. You know what? I'll do this for y'all because y'all been hanging out here so long. Let's do this. Hell, we're gonna do a boss rush. We didn't need the unlock, but I've been enjoying hanging out with y'all so much. Hopefully that for y'all's viewing pleasure and whatever nonsense I'm gonna say throughout the stream, it'll work out. Now, Carrion Queen is a B word. She only gets damage from her tail. This is sweet. So Peep is usually a little pain, and just to take him out all quick. So yeah, in my opinion, Mom's Knife. I know I'm the worst to kind of be like, can you give me a yes or no? Or like in one word, why is this the best? Or some crap like that. I can't do that. But I can tell you why they work for me, and that's always the best, because I you know, like in reality, like depending on what kind of garbage you got going on with your tiers, I'd say that there's a chance that Brimstone probably outperforms Mom's Knife. But if you got the right setup, like just with tiers and stuff like that, Mom's Knife can just like one hit. It feels like it's one hit. And but that's also like you seen that. I'm not great, but just how you realize you need to move and other stuff with it, whereas with Brimstone we got unlimited range. Like, oh, we got one of those guys. I'm just gonna, since I got the shield for a second, And I'm honestly, what did I have? I think I got the cancer. There's a passive item called cancer that it really just depends on what stats you got. Like this one shouldn't be bad. Like, cause I can afford taking some hits. Uh, but it's one of those things that when you look at it, you have to you you have to get there within a 20. You have to beat mom within 20 minutes. Well, if you were going to try to look for a stronger build to be able to facilitate beating boss rush, sometimes your time is not really going to allow you to get strong enough. Like, we got lucky. We got mom's knife. See, like that. Those are the satisfaction hits. Oof. Where you just hit them and it just holds just long enough. Oh, come on, turds. Long enough so that you can. All right, we can't be too careless. Like, even if you're OP and you got 1 HP, like, there are some enemies that can just pull off some BS shots, and then you're like, you know, you just freeze inside yourself because you don't even know how to deal with it, because you're like, oh my god, that's BS. All right. There we go. We got a mulligan. The mulligan will occasionally allow you to spawn flies from hitting an enemy. So that was boss rush, y'all. Yeah, brimstone is kind of a staple. I will say that. Brimstone is definitely, like, outside of a few things, like if you're doing like a soy milk run or something like that, something that like exponentiates your tier rate, like outside of stuff like that, and that's just coming with like knowledge. Ty Lopez fan, kind of ironically, but either way. But there's things that you can't do with mom's knife. Sometimes I will try to curve shots. Now I'm probably gonna. I've been wanting to check it out, man. I mean this. I'm gonna tell you this. For a lot of us, when this game was like starting to get some traction, we didn't know what the hell everything was. Like imagine, cause like I know now, like you see the D6 up in the left corner. It's got these like 6 little spots that they're green, and now I know that those are charges and stuff like that. Like the first couple of times I was going through this damn game, I didn't know what any of the stuff was really about. And I kind of like, you know, that kind of aspect to games. Like, you know, we don't need too much, and that's not to say that I want your newest crazy complex mechanic. I'm really making this one long, but you know, like with just crazy mechanics and everything, I don't know that I would want them without the tutorial. I just sometimes it's okay that to me to kind of figure out some of this. And you know, when I was younger, I used to think this weird mechanic of games. You should be able to go through a game without getting hit. Like outside of that, the designers of the game, they screwed up. They didn't do it right. And, you know, as I've gotten older, I don't know that I necessarily agree with that. Because at that point, we're just trying to say skill issue, skill issue, skill issue. And it's like, well, no, not necessarily. I mean, you know, like, it sounds great to have those kinds of feats, but is that really all we need in our game? Like, that's our metric of everything? Like, you know, I know that's not everybody's metric here or there, but, you know, like, is that one thing I was a big fan of the Dead Space franchise, and they even make modes where they basically don't want you to die at all, or like I don't remember on Dead Space 2, but I'm gonna say a nightmare mode. I'm screwing up the way it's actually called, but I think you get 3 saves and that's it. Something like that, and it's like, what the hell? Like, cause that game was, I loved Dead Space. Like, until the third one. I didn't think that they needed to go that far. Oh man, the first 2 OP. Like that's like, I want everybody to know, like, these are just my opinions, and who the hell am I? But like I loved some Dead Space. Fun. I'd even vouch for the cartoon movies. Maybe not all of them, because I did watch all, but I might have watched all of them. Hell, it's been a while. Yeah, I think I'll hold on to the magician card. But the first 2 games, I was like, this is what I'm talking about. It was really a lot of what I've wanted. I'm not even a big horror fantasy person, but I thought they did it right. Oh, okay. I couldn't see anything. But yeah, just games like that, man. I don't know. But I for sure am gonna I'm gonna look up Hollow Knight, and hell, I want to look up that other game just because I don't know anything about it. Sorry, I'm going back to the chat. Slime Rancher. I'm gonna look up that here in a minute. There we go. I like some chill games. Hell, like, look, I don't have the best taste in games. Like, I've even gotten into some dumb crypto crap and stuff like that, and it's just like, why do I even play this crap? I'm not saying your Slime Rancher is that, but oh, look at that. Oh my God. Wow. SMB super fan. So this is an all stats up. Luckfoot, I'm gonna look this up for us just because I believe, let's pause it. Luckfoot, because one of the things that I believe didn't happen till later was Luckfoot. Now, in later versions of Isaac, it allows you to neutralize your pills. So they're either neutral or good. But I think the extra increases chances of winning at shell game. No, that's DLC. So that, oh man. So this is Repentance Plus stuff. So all the chance games in Repentance Plus, I think they're actually making a push for the damn luck to actually being a real thing in Isaac. So for those of us that's been playing this damn game for years, it looks like luck is actually a real thing in Repentance Plus. So that's cool. But for Rebirth, I'm going to say this. Increases chances of getting a room clearing drop independent from the luck stat. So that's all I'm getting from the Rebirth wiki. Everything else has the DLCs attached to it. So Afterbirth Plus and such like that. But yeah, but that's okay because we got SMB super fan. I know I kind of went the gambit of like, what the hell's the Luckfoot in this game? Like, we're not even gonna take it because I knew it wasn't even remotely that good. But I was hoping the super secret room would be there. Oh, come on. Can I get some hearts, please? I need some hearts. Okay. So this is why, right now is why I'm saying I need to quit showboating and pay attention, because we were king of the world a minute ago. We had all that HP and we've got no defense. And if we can get a few like decent hits on it lives, we're fine, but that's also part of it, like ifs. And then it's so easy to get flustered in this game, and then you kind of run through half of this stuff and you find yourself in a spot where it's like, oh man, I'm just taking hit, and then it's about duration. That's the name of the game at that point. Like you can be OP all day, but if you're like only like a second into the game and you need to last a lot longer, it doesn't matter how strong you are. But it helps. If you ask me why am I blowing up those rocks, I don't have a good reason for that. Hopes and dreams, that's it. You know, I was just thinking about some dumb stuff because I try to be funny. I think we all do, but yeah. Anyways, I'm thinking about like kind of, all right, that's cool. Maybe like a little intro animation and just being like EQ. He's the streamer we needed, but he's not the streamer we wanted, but the streamer we needed. I don't know. Dry, stupid humor, y'all. So this is also going to be our first, on this save file, our first chest. Our first time to the chest, which will be the stage after this. Wow. Thank you, Mask of Infamy. You did gangbusters for us. Bob's Brain, I think we got it too good to go down that road. So, Bob's Brain is decent. I'm not going to sit here and just bash on it. It's definitely a pain. It sends an exploding missile-like shot in the form of that brain. And if you're an up-close and personal kind of person, like myself, that thing will friendly fire you to death. Right, Isaac versus Isaac. Oh man. Ooh, they were testing me on that one. I was like, do not take me to the apex. Yes, I should have went back and got that red heart. Yeah, I felt like I was being taken to the apex just to be like, yeah, it was close, and we still got help. Oh, we ain't got no keys, and then I do that dumb thing. These chubs. So here's kind of a good thing and a bad thing in the chest. Most of your drops are going to be in the form of a golden chest. If you are kind of hurting for keys at that point, it's probably not going to be the funnest chest. So, and a lot of, if you're not super familiar with the game, a lot of things and enemies have like names, biblical names. Like these are the 7 deadly sins. The one that had the brimstone shot, he is a gluttony. My brain is kind of not right there at the moment. But yeah, I can kind of think. So, and then they have like super versions or champion versions of each one, because these are also the 7 deadly sins. Oh, okay. I've never seen him juke like that. That's crazy. Just so you know, the one that juked with me, kind of, that's lust. That's wrath, the little Bomberman kind of deal. I feel like and he is sidestepping to no end. Yeah, we'll take Mongo Baby. He's all right. I'm down for some health game if you want to give it to me. I will say with that darkness crap, he is hard as hell to see. I'm good. So that's gluttony, wrath, and greed. Or keep. Oh, the one is he's a keeper. Yeah, sure, why not? I could use some health, game. Yep, that's not health. Because we're not doing terribly. Thank you, Mask of Infamy. So every time I'm flashing, and after I've taken a hit, that's because I have this passive item that absorbs the shots. This is terrible. So these are all Lokis. You got half Lokis. I forget the hell they call them. It's just hell. That's what it is. We're in hell. Ooh boy. Yeah, I'm on tilt right now, y'all. Oh, come on. Yeah, no, I almost didn't even realize I got the. You saying it reminded me, like, just because all this. This is the only chest. Oh, this could actually. I've never been real big on the Charm of the Vampire. In the later versions, it actually does kind of have like a damage up attached to it, but because we have red hearts, it actually might be huge in like helping us regenerate, because yeah, we're gonna need those. But all right, it's okay, it's okay, we got health. I don't even know what the hell happened. All right, I'm gonna pop the magician card for safety. Like I'm gonna be pissed if we lose this one. We've got too good of a build to lose. So I will say this room. This must be some pixel crap, All right, so we're hitting the D-pad to do this. I must be like leaning in a little too hard. See, that time, all that moving is killing me. Hey, hey. I don't think I want that. Oh, oh man. Okay. They can kind of be in the same spot. That's the first time. It would be great, but and that's what I was trying to. I probably kind of half started to finish my thought. The problem with the Charm of the Vampire at this point is we lost. Since we died, we lost all our heart containers, and we're kind of up the creek without a paddle. Let's look at our map. All right, so this could be okay. Hey. All right, so our big thing is. Oh. That's interesting. I'm not opposed to that. So the Chariot card can give us like a lot of, not a lot, but some invincibility here. And that's kind of a power play for us. Oh man. Alright. Sit up. No more slouching. Alright. Stop being stingy with cards. Alright, we gotta start thinking smart, y'all. Because I'm obviously not. I'm glad y'all have faith in me. Okay, this should be alright. Yeah, that gulp sound doesn't do anything for us right now. Why do we... Oh god, 2 gates. I think Blood of the Martyr in later versions gives you HP, so that's kind of a crap. If I can keep them on the same level, we might be alright. Monstro 2 is kind of a B word, but... Game, you know, if you can find it in your heart to give us like an HP up or 2, that'd be swell. I'm going back to... I mean, I don't hate Chub, little Chub, but... I think Wretched, as long as he don't start getting crazy with the spider spawns. Okay, this don't do shit for us, alright? Like, I'm sorry for the... This bomb, y'all. This is it. And we got really no health. You know what? This is what we are gonna do. We're gonna fish for some super secret rooms. That's for damn sure. Come on. So my formula for super secret rooms is typically a room kind of on the way to the boss that tends to be on a room that is only adjacent to one. So without further ado, y'all, we're gonna do it. Like, I might not come through, but I'm gonna do my damnedest. Let's go. Let's go, people. Yes. Hell yes. I really thought that we weren't going to pull this crap off, and we did it. Hell yes. Woo! Let's go. Hell yeah. Thank you guys. Y'all, it was a lot, y'all. Like, I'm just going to credit where credit's due. You guys stayed in here with me. Y'all helped pushing me to go one more round. I am going to end the stream for now, but thank y'all. Thank you, Pixeled, and thank you, Patrick. I probably wouldn't have went that extra mile, so we got one more. We got another unlock by beating the chest with Isaac. Let's look at it. So we finally got the D20, and we got Golden God. So we're making tiny strides. Let's look at that. All right. I'd actually forgotten that image right here. But yeah, so let's look at that. We finally have everything unlocked. At least all the posted parts for Isaac on Rebirth. So cool. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for the two viewers that stayed in with me that whole last run. Hell yeah. I try to stream every morning, somewhere between 9 and 11. I'm going to try to make that a little more definitive, like on the time. Yes, so I'm out for today. Thank you, everybody, especially Pixeled and Patrick. This is EQ. I am out for today. I will see y'all tomorrow, and y'all have a good one.